Hey guys, Martin Ostad here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you two records that I bought yesterday at the record shop Big Dipper here in Oslo. I was going in looking for one of these records and I ended up buying the other one because I keep getting the name of one of the guys in my head when I'm thinking of the first or latter. And these guys are Johnny Marr and Bernard Butler. So, why? Probably no real reason, right? Well, I keep thinking of them as whenever I'm thinking of one of them, the other one's name often comes up. And is there a real reason for this, or am I just barking up the wrong tree here? Are there similarities between these two people just too common and it's just no point in it? I don't know if they have any professional relationship or have worked together as such, but they sure have worked with a lot of the same artists. So Johnny Marr and Bernard Butler. Well, let's begin with Johnny. Johnny has been and still is a huge part of my music life, and he's probably a bigger part of other people's music life than they might realize. Johnny, of course, will forever be linked to that amazing band, which is one of my absolute favorite bands ever. And so is Bernard Butler. But this band is, of course, the Smiths. And I thought I would at first show you some of the records that he has been involved with that I also have in my record collection. Now, of course, all of the Smiths albums are my babies. I just love them all, and I struggle finding a favorite among the studio albums. The compilations are great. So what I tend to do when I want to show off one Smiths record is show off the one that I finally got on vinyl years and years after I initially got it. My first Smiths album I bought at HMV on Oxford Street in London, and I was traveling with my dad. I was a teenager and I couldn't be schlepping vinyl records around, and I'm not even sure I'd really gotten that deep into buying CDs yet. So I bought a cassette of this, and a couple of years ago I finally also got it on vinyl, and that is of course Louder Than Bombs. If you want a perfect Smiths compilation, I would almost say, ironically, you will get this American Sire compilation. Another record that I bought around the same time I was getting into the Smiths and so on. I may have been a little late to the party. It was my teenage years, and I never listened much to radio, so a lot of my music tastes either came from my older brothers, the rock music that I found in my preteens, or whatever came up on MTV. So buying this record, then of course I wouldn't have had a clue that Johnny Marr was playing on it, and that is this one by Brian Ferry. A record from not so long ago that he's also played on is this one by the Avalanches. Those who know me and have seen my channel a while know that I love Crowded House, and yes, this is Time on Earth, their, well, I guess you'd call it their first album from their second reunion, and Johnny Marr is playing on this record. And one reason he had been playing was he's been playing with and working with Neil Finn quite a bit on the music project Seven Worlds Collide, and they ended up recording two albums. A massive supergroup with fantastic artists, you know, like you got Katie Tunstall, you got Phil Selway from that's from Radiohead, isn't it? You got his son Liam is here, Ed O'Brien, Jeff Tweedy, Glenn Richards. You got Lisa Germano, his son Elroy Finn, even Sharon Finn is here, and Tim, his brother, yeah, I wonder if this is a son of Johnny Marr. But yeah, this is Seven Worlds Collide. The sun came out, the second recording, and Johnny Marr is very much present here. Eddie Vedder is not on this one. He was on the previous one though. Any connection with Neil Finn is a great connection in my book, because he's one of my absolute favorite artists ever. So that's one way to go. And quickly, some other amazing albums that I own that Johnny Marr, has worked on or been a part of these bands. We've got, of course, Mind Bomb by The. He also worked on the next album. The have recently released a studio album for the first time in, was it 25 years or something like that? He's worked with some of my other favorites, like the Charlatans. This is the album Different Days, one of their later ones. He's been a member on, again, 2 albums of Modest Mouse. Another fantastic album. And he's been working on the project Electronic with Bernard Sumner of New Order. He's also worked on several Pet Shop Boys albums. And here is one of them, yes. In 2003, he recorded the album Boom Slang with a group of other musicians that called themselves Johnny Marr and the Healers. I don't have that album, but it's being re-released on CD and vinyl shortly, so I hope to be getting that then. For his actual solo work, I suppose he was kind of late to the show. This one I'm hoping to get on vinyl soon. This is the first Johnny Marr solo album I bought, and it was his proper solo debut. It's a great album. This is The Messenger, and that came out in 2012. So, like I said, not exactly an early solo debut there. Great album, and he has since released Call the Comet, which is actually was his last one up until recently. Before that, he released Playland. Here we are, and that was in 2014. Yes, it was 2014. Another great album. So the record I picked up yesterday is his latest studio solo album. It was actually initially released as separate EPs, and then put together as a proper studio album in 2022, which was longer ago than I thought. I thought I had relatively recently put a reminder myself I needed to get his latest album, but apparently 2 years have passed. So here is Fever Dreams, parts 1 through 4, by Johnny Marr. And I have to say, 399 kroner for a limited edition turquoise 2 LP set is not at all bad. And the Bernard Butler record I will be showing you after this. I must say, it was not a color version. It did not contain, like I thought it would, because, Discogs fooled me, a signed print, and it cost 100 kroner more than this. Kind of a little bit miffed by that, but anyway, here we are without the shrink wrap. There is the track listing. There's also a great photo on the back there of Johnny. Great gatefold, amazing record for the price, and looking so forward to putting this on my turntable. Lyrics on both of these. And here is the vinyl. So that was my brand new Johnny Marr album, and records I own that in some way or another are featuring him as either a guest musician or an actual member. And I could have shown you some more albums that I have, of course, even more of my wonderful The Smiths records. But I'm going to move on, and next up is that new Bernard Butler record that I bought, and I will also be showing some of the other records I have that involves the former Suede guitarist and wonderful solo artist. So stay tuned for that. So next up in this video is, of course, Bernard Butler. Bernard Butler, to me, is a very special artist in that he, of course, was involved in recording this fantastic album, the debut album of Suede. This is a special edition of the Suede album. I think they released all of them in this format up until the final album they made in their, initial original run before they broke up completely. So I don't have much in the way of Suede on vinyl yet. I am sort of planning to. But Bernard, the guitar playing, he is an amazing guitar player. And whether or not he has a relationship with professional relationship or a friendship, I don't know, with Johnny Marr. Again, I don't assume that they are very similar or twins or anything, but I thought it was kind of, like I said, I thought it was kind of a thing to buy the latest album from Johnny Marr and Bernard Butler at the same time. Bernard Butler, when you read about how he came into music, he's the son of Irish immigrants in, was it Northern London? And he, some of his person and musical career seems to have been colored by this. Not something that I can say much about because I don't know much about it. I've tried to read up on the man a bit, and he, when explaining how he learned initially to play guitar, he was playing along to Johnny Marr's guitar parts in the Smiths, and I mean, there's a connection there, I suppose, in the similarities that I sort of find. Both of them, in a way, catapulted into fame, being in amazing bands that are such a huge part of my life and so many other people's life. Of course, Bernard didn't stay with this band from the beginning till the end, but I would arguably, it's not even an argument, say that he was there for the most important parts. So Bernard Butler, of course, this is about his solo work. He's worked with lots of artists, sort of gone in and out of the consciousness of people, I guess, in a way. There were several years where it seemed that he had forsaken or left the part where you are a musician up there in front making records or playing for other people, and were perhaps more of a producer. He released an album called McAlmont and Butler, I must admit that this is an album I may have streamed at some stage. I have it on a wish list, and I've had it there for years, and I've never gotten around to getting it. So my collection, in a way, when I admire someone like him, is a bit lacking in that part. He's worked playing on albums, producing for Amy Mann, Libertines, Pretenders, just like Johnny Marr, Charlene Spiteri, he from Texas, Pet Shop Boys, The Veils. He's been responsible for the soundtrack for the movie The Velvet Goldmine, and he has also worked with Catherine Ann Davies from who calls herself the Anchoress, and others, and artists that I don't know, so I don't really think there's much point in me listing them. So my first Bernard Butler solo album, and this is a deluxe edition. I still have the original CD, but I thought I'd show you this. Stuff that I want to get on vinyl, but I haven't gotten around to. So People Move On was in 1998. This came out originally. It's really great songs, musicianship, and I really like his voice. Don't know how happy he was with it, because this deluxe edition contains a 2021 re-recording of his vocals. But anyway, this is a great album. I just think it's absolutely banging, and everyone should have this. And then his second solo album, which I must admit took me a while to get, but then I bought it and I thought, why haven't I had this all along? Friends and Lovers. And for a very long time, that was it. When was this released? 1999, yeah. So, cool looking CD, by the way. It's got a bit of a smudge on it, sorry. I like that. The art in this is really cool as well. Yeah, so, and he did get back with Brett Anderson at a stage, and I think this was sort of hailed as the very great thing happening, and then I just get a feeling that it sort of ended up being a bit of a wet squid, kind of like how the Verve reunion sort of was sabotaged by everyone involved, and you're thinking, why are you even doing this? If as soon as you do it, you're not standing behind it. But they worked together on making a new band called The Tears. That was a one-off, of course, and there is the album they released. And like I said, he's worked with Pet Shop Boys, acoustic work on Hot Spot, and this is the Conversation, Texas. There, he co-wrote and produced this album. So that was what I had about Bernard Butler. Let's have a look at this new record that I bought yesterday at Big Dipper. So this is his brand new solo album, Good Grief. I briefly opened it yesterday because I was going to put it in Discogs, and this appeared to be an ordinary version, which surprised me a bit, and I must say I'm a little bit disappointed, not at the record, but at pricing. This cost 100 kroner more than the Johnny Marr album. It's a single disc album, while the Johnny Marr one is a double. And I thought that, well, since this costs that so much extra, it's got to be one of the 2 colored versions. And one of those colored versions, at least, I think includes a signed print. This is neither. This is just more expensive for what I don't know, whatever reason. There we are. That's a really cool photo. I would have thought that could have been. I mean, nothing wrong with the front cover here, but this would have been a cool front cover. Yeah. So this is the a black vinyl, and not heard any of this yet, and very much looking forward to this. As you guys can tell, love the work of Bernard Butler, and yeah. Please tell me if you have any comments about Bernard Butler, some other works I should be aware of, or Johnny Marr for that matter. And yeah, really great artists, and really happy to add to my collection for them, adding hopefully more vinyl and maybe some of those other, part-time jobs both Johnny and Bernard has had. And thank you if you've been watching up until now. If you would please click like, that helps my channel. And if you want to subscribe, that makes me happy. Hope to see you soon in another video. Take care.